Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking every movie in the Jurassic Park franchise. As you all probably know, there are 5 movies in the Jurassic Park franchise, Jurassic Parks 1 through 3, and Jurassic Worlds 1 and 2. In this video, I'm going to be counting these movies down from worst to best, starting from number 5. I'll give a quick rundown of why I placed each movie where I did, and then move on to the next one. Anyways, without any further ado, let's move on to the list. Number 5, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Let me first preface this by saying that I do not dislike this movie. I really enjoy all of the Jurassic Park movies. This just happens to be my least favorite of the 5. The reason for this can be broken down into 2 separate elements, the first of which being the lack of creativity. When watching this movie, the first half of it is essentially a rehash of Jurassic Park 2. We have our group of military go to the island trying to capture them, and we have our group of scientists going to the island trying to save them. It wasn't nearly as exciting to watch as the first time we saw it in Jurassic Park 2, which is why it kind of falls flat. However, I will say that the final shot on the boat as the doors are closing and the volcano surrounds the Bronchiosaurus is a fantastic shot and is by far the best thing about the movie. The second thing that I dislike about this movie is the Indoraptor. Basically, the entire thing about the Indoraptor I don't like. First of all, they tease it early on, but then they don't actually introduce it until 40 minutes left in the movie. That is way too late to introduce the main antagonist dinosaur of the movie. If you look at any other Jurassic Park movie, whether it be 1 through 3 or Jurassic World, the main dinosaur is established within the first 20 to 30 minutes of the movie. The only exception to this is Jurassic Park 2, but the reason why that one works and this one doesn't is because there's several different dinosaurs that our heroes have to look out for in that movie, where in this one it's only the Indoraptor. The Indoraptor is also a really dumb dinosaur because as it is supposed to be better than the Indominus Rex, it is worse in every conceivable way. It can't track people that are like literally 2 feet away from it. It has to be activated using a laser that you have to literally be there to shoot, and overall it's just way worse at killing. It only kills 2 or 3 people the entire movie and can be taken down by just Blue all by himself. Some character motivations are also really weird, especially the fact that Claire and Owen have completely flipped places since the beginning of the last movie. Anyways, that's all I have to say about this, so let's move on to the next one. Number 4, Jurassic Park 3. In making this video, I had to rewatch basically all of these movies to get an actual feel for them, and I actually had this marked at number 5 before I watched it. For some reason I remembered it being really bad and I didn't like it, but actually on rewatch, it's actually a really good movie. It's entertaining through almost the entirety of it. The characters themselves, let's be honest, they're probably the weakest characters of all the Jurassic Parks, but the dinosaurs are cool. The Spinosaurus itself is cool. It's got some expectation subversion by killing off Rexy right away, which I was not expecting that first viewing. However, there are some inconsistencies like how the Spinosaurus is sometimes really powerful and sometimes it can't break through a door. Also, there's inconsistencies between this and The Lost World, because in The Lost World, Hammond said that there's no fences, but in this one, you can clearly see that there's several different fences and buildings that the dinosaurs are trapped in. And ultimately, for some reason, the CGI is worse in this movie than in the first one, which I guess that has to do with budgets and stuff, but it's just something it's just really weird to think about considering it came out over 10 years later. Number 3, Jurassic Park: The Lost World. In my opinion, this has some of the best characters of the franchise. Between Sarah, Ian Malcolm, and his daughter, they have a really solid cast of central characters. I think the idea of having the 2 different groups of people having different ideals having to come together after an attack destroys both of them was a really cool idea for this movie. There's some really good action and dinosaur chase scenes in this movie, especially the scene in the tall grass with the raptors. That's definitely my favorite part of the movie. This movie definitely tries to hit some of the same beats as the original, but it has its own amount of original stuff that it actually feels like a different movie. This is good because sometimes when franchises try to make a sequel, they just rehash the first one completely, which is not how they went with this movie. The last thing I'll say about this movie is that the third act definitely leaves something to be desired. I think the idea of taking dinosaurs to the mainland is very interesting, and I think we're going to get a really good glimpse of that in Jurassic World Dominion, but the way they handled it in this movie wasn't really that good. The T-Rex comes to San Diego and it doesn't really do much besides just walk around and drink in a pool. I think that we need to see more destruction at large within the giant city to actually get a feel and an understanding of how great of a threat this was. As they left it, the T-Rex basically just felt like a harmless dog just walking around the street without a leash. Anyways, number 2, Jurassic World. In my opinion, Jurassic World is a fantastic reboot to this series. It pays homage to the original while also having enough of its own content, especially when it comes to the genetically modified dinosaurs. I think this movie does a really good job of balancing between our dinosaur elements and our human characters and their relationships. This movie definitely has some really good dinosaur moments, my favorite of which being the raptor scene where they're working together with the humans and then turn on them, and the best of all being the very final fight. This is probably the best moment of the entire Jurassic Park franchise. We have an epic team up of a T-Rex and a Velociraptor and a Mosasaurus fighting against the Indoraptor. It's fantastic. We get a perfect balance between our dinosaurs and our humans. Again, we get to see the huge scale of these dinosaurs when compared to them. And we have really fantastic cinematography where it's almost an entire long shot where we track the dinosaurs for some of it, then we go to the humans, then back to the dinosaurs. It's fantastic. Anyways, that leads us on to number 1, Jurassic Park. Really, there's nowhere else where I can put this movie. Jurassic Park was the start of this whole thing. Nothing's ever going to compare to seeing dinosaurs for the first time. Almost anyone you ask will enjoy this movie whether or not they love dinosaurs, which is proof that it's a good dinosaur movie and it's a good movie in general. It really captures both the beauty and the danger element of dinosaurs, which I think is really cool. There's definitely some really cool dinosaur moments, especially the part where the raptors open the door. It's really cool. There's definitely some good characters. There's great world building where they clearly set up a great universe that's had 5 and now soon to be 6 films. And it's definitely got some of the best moments in the series. Like I said, it doesn't have the best moment, but it definitely has a large collection of really awesome moments. It's the first time we ever saw this amazing world, so I feel like it's always going to be the best and at the top of the list. Anyways, that's all I have to say, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We still gotta wait another year for Jurassic World Dominion. I think that's gonna place really high on the list. I don't think it's gonna top Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, but we'll see how it goes. If you guys disagree with this list, let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you did like it, subscribe if you want to see more. Subscribe to my Instagram if you want more updates, that's ntd_films. And yeah, that's all I have to say, so thank you guys all for watching, and have a good day.